Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome to our first episode of AEW Dynamite. It's going to be a cracking show for you tonight. We've got 4 fantastic matches set up, including a first round match in the AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament. And here we go then, starting things off with 2 brand new names here in AEW. Lance Archer versus Peter Avalon. And Avalon getting the early attack in on Archer. Not quite sure that's a good thing to happen, as Archer goes for a springboard and misses it. We see Jake the Snake Roberts on the outside as well. That was a really cool thing, I think, that AEW did bring in Jake in. Nice slam there by Lance Archer on Peter Avalon, the librarian. Archer now just pinching away at the skull of Avalon. Wow. This is absolute sheer brutality, but Avalon getting back up. There's a couple of right hands in the gut there into Lance Archer. And looking now to try and take down the Redwood, but it didn't really work, did it? Archer stays up on his feet and now, oh, look at a bit of old school here. Walking across that top rope. And dropping the arm right in the back of the head of Peter Avalon. A back rake as well. Of course, I think Archer's going to need this one. I think he will need to get himself up towards the top of the rankings pretty early. Of course, he will want to be part of that Elimination Chamber to crown the first AEW champion. I believe he does have a qualifier penciled in. Yes, he does. Headbutt there by Archer on Avalon. And Archer now dominating the little Peter Avalon. Now, I don't think it's going to be too long before Avalon takes a loss here by the looks of it. And maybe it'd be nice for Archer to finish it as soon as possible as he slams Avalon down once again. And then just standing on the chest of Peter Avalon. A boot into the spine as well as he now brings him back up to his feet. But Avalon sending Archer over the top. Oh, Archer fights back and Avalon gets him with a boot in the face, and Archer's down for the first time in this match. And Peter Avalon, he had a steel chair there. I don't know what he was trying there. I think he's just trying to get out of this match. He would have lost that by disqualification, obviously. You see Jake there just trying to calm Archer down on the outside. Avalon, I like the way he tried to get himself disqualified there, knowing this match was a bad situation for him. And it looks like it is going to come to an end here. The big slam by Lance Archer. Into the pin he goes here on Peter Avalon. And that's the 1, the 2, and the 3 count. Lance Archer picks up his first victory here in AEW. And Peter Avalon, his first loss. No surprises there, I don't think. Was there really? It's a great win, though, by Lance Archer. Showed real dominance here. Avalon had an opportunity. He did try and get himself disqualified as well, though, which is a bit of a weird one. But Archer is victorious. That's going to build his momentum. Of course, like we said, he is going to have a match to try and get himself in that AEW Championship Elimination Chamber in the next few weeks. And here we go, the first match in our AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament. We have got the hybrid to Jack Evans and Angelico versus the Bucks. Now, of course, the Bucks did pick up a victory at our All-In pay-per-view against Shawn Spears, the Butcher, and the Blade. However, the big win of the night was Angelico. He was in our Battle Royal in the pre-show and got 4 eliminations, which meant he got 4 ranking points. So he currently sits right at the top of the ranking system, which is pretty good for him. And of course, a win here would just extenuate that even further. Extenuate, is that the right word? Have I made that up? Extenuate? I think that's the right word. I don't know, I'm making this shit up as I go along, to be honest with you. I weigh Matt Jackson with a spear on Jack Evans' middle of the ring. I think the Bucks will fancy themselves as favourites for this tournament. I mean, being part owners of the company helps as well, I suppose, but either way. Still 2 more matches for you here later on tonight. We've got Jon Moxley versus Dustin Rhodes up next. And then we've got Kenny Omega 1-on-1 against Trent in our main event of the evening. Should be a fun match. As Angelico now willing Nick Jackson back up to his feet. Springboard, looking for a drop kick. But Nick Jackson able just to splat him out of the air. Nick Jackson now slamming Angelico's hand into the mat. Now going into the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. I thought it was a bit premature to go for the pin, to be honest, but hey-ho. Nice takedown there by Nick Jackson on Angelico. And now Nick Jackson into the single leg Boston Crab on Angelico. Will he get the tap? No, Angelico able to roll it back through, break free. He wants to break free. Angelico now with Nick Jackson in the corner, spins him round as Matt Jackson has Jack Evans in full control on the outside. Nice neck breaker. There's a jaw break on the inside there by Nick Jackson on Angelico, who now backs away into the corner. And there's that, no, looking for that super kick. Angelico avoids it, catches him, and there's a bicycle kick right in the face. Angelico looking to head up top. What's Angelico's plan here? He looks at the big splash. Nick Jackson rolls out of the way. Brings Angelico back up to a standing base before dumping him to the outside. And then chop blocks the referee. I think that was supposed to be Jack Evans, but the referee got in the way. And there's a chop block by Matt Jackson to Jack Evans. We got the chop block in the end. Nick Jackson taking Angelico up into a vertical suplex. And the Bucks are in control. Another spear by Matt Jackson on Jack Evans in the middle. There's the pin. 1, 2. Referee's very, very slow with this. Of course, he has just taken a bump, though, I suppose. And there's the super kick attempt there by Matt Jackson and Jack Evans. And for the second time in the match, the Bucks miss a super kick. Jack Evans now, Michinoku driver on Matt Jackson. A boot in the back by Jack Evans and now locking in a headlock. Wow, showing great agility there into the headstand. Nick Jackson, boot in the chest and a big boot in the side of the head of Angelico. Now he's looking for another super kick. Are we going to get one hit this time? Yep, we do actually get one hit this time. Nick Jackson clattering Angelico with that super kick, but Jack Evans was there to break it up straight away. And Jack Evans raining down the rights and the lefts to the back of Nick Jackson. Nick rolls out of the way of the drop kick. Both guys just swinging lefts and rights. It's a bit of a mess in the middle at the moment. Sliced bread by Matt Jackson on Angelico. Spinning heel kick in the gut, and wow, all of a sudden the Hybrid 2 take control of both parts of this match. Angelico with Matt Jackson dropping him neck first across that top rope. Jack Evans drop kicks Nick Jackson to the outside. Pin here by Angelico on Matt Jackson as Jack Evans heading to the top. He's a madman, and there's the knees. Wow, big move. Now Angelico heading up to the top as well. Nick Jackson rolls out the way. Now Nick Jackson heading up to the top. But Angelico was there. Big knee strike, another big knee strike. Jack Evans now heading up to the top. As Angelico now, what's he looking for here? He's got Matt Jackson up on the shoulder. Wow, rolls through with him. Another Michinoku drive by Jack Evans on Nick Jackson. Angelico now heading up to the top. Once again. What's the plan here? Big splash to Nick Jackson. Hybrid 2 are looking fantastic here. They might make it through. Jack Evans now heading up to the top as Angelico has Matt Jackson. No, Matt Jackson fighting back into a suplex. Jack Evans with that 640. I'm never sure what the number is. So it's a 90, 180, 270, 360, 450, 530, 620. Yeah, 620. No? I don't know. I'm confused. We've got a winner here, have we? Yeah, the Hybrid 2 just won by submission. Wow. Wow, I was too busy trying to work out numbers, and the Hybrid 2 just picked up a victory against the Bucks. Well, that's made Angelico even more overpowered now. As if he needed that. Jack Evans with also his first point in the rankings. And Nick and Matt Jackson pick up their first losses this season. And we're going to see the Young Bucks lose a tag team ranking point, but gain a point for the Hybrid 2 in the tag team rankings. Boom. Very interesting indeed here. Very interesting. And here we go then, a big match here. Jon Moxley goes one-on-one against Dustin Rhodes. Now both of these guys won their matches at All In. Dustin, of course, beating his brother Cody Rhodes in what was a very interesting match. And Jon Moxley defeating Joey Janela in the middle of the crowd in that Falls Count Anywhere match. So this should be interesting. One of these two guys are going to get their second ranking point, while the other one is going to drop back down onto 0. Of course, Jon Moxley will be the one who will be hoping to get this win here, because he will want to move on potentially to the next... he will want to move on to a champion... he will want to move on to a qualifying match of that Elimination Chamber at Blood and Guts. That's what I'm trying to say. Words eluded me once again, though. Did you notice? Dustin now, big clothesline taking down Moxley. Now up on the shoulders in an aeroplane spin. Dustin drops Mox and... what's this? That's Cody's music, but I don't see any Cody. Why is Cody making an entrance mid-match here? Oh, Cody has Dustin. Cody with a crossroads on his brother mid-match here against Moxley. What? Why is Cody attacking his brother? Moxley drops straight into the pin. It's only a 2, but the damage has been done here. Cody coming in attacking his brother mid-match. Why, Cody? Why? I mean, I did say at All In, Cody can't be happy with being defeated by his older brother in the first show in a company where he is, well, part owner. But still, it's your brother. Blood is thicker than water. Surely you could have got over it, Cody, but evidently there's some bad blood here between the two brothers, Cody and Dustin. And Moxley's now taking advantage of the situation. He's not going to care. He wants this ranking point. He is desperate for this ranking point. Dustin now, nice Russian leg sweep. And all of a sudden, Dustin is getting back into this, but how much has that crossroads taken out of him? Not only physically, but mentally. It must be running through Dustin's head at the moment. Why did my brother come in here? Why did my brother attack me? It's such a weird situation, but it seems like, if anything, it seems to have G'd Dustin up at this point in time. He's got over the initial shock now of the crossroads, and now all of a sudden he's launching some very vicious attacks into Moxley. There's the final cut, in for the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Moxley struggling here against Dustin. Now Moxley back up to his feet. Dustin sends him into the corner, looking for that clothesline in the corner, but Moxley comes flying out with the fists flailing. He does finally get control of Dustin. Moxley now just propping Dustin up against the ropes. Dustin fighting back, and oh, nice forearm, but Moxley comes flying off the ropes into that patented clothesline. Vintage John Moxley, if you will. Still can't believe the attack there by Cody on his older brother Dustin, as now Moxley lines up Dustin. Has him hooked into the paradigm shift. There's the big double arm DDT. And there's the win for John Moxley. Wow. John Moxley gets the win here against Dustin Rhodes, but what effect has Cody had on this match? I'm still a bit shocked by this, as you can probably tell by my voice. It's not what we expected here this evening. There is Cody once again hitting that crossroads on his older brother Dustin. It's like it just sort of came out of nowhere. We weren't expecting something like this to happen here. Cody's always been such a... He's always got on very, very well with his family. But to see him come out and attack his brother like this and cost his brother this match is just... It's a weird situation we just were not expecting here tonight. And Moxley was able to come back and get the victory in the end. It looked a bit ropey for Moxley in the middle. Dustin sort of got G'd up, but I think eventually it just became too much for Dustin. Mentally and physically, that crossroads took it out of him. And John Moxley gets the win with a paradigm shift. And here we go, the main event of the evening. We have got Kenny Omega versus Trent. At the moment, Kenny, of course, got a point in his first match. Trent, I don't think he... Oh, he did. They picked up a loss, didn't they, Trent? Because Best Friends faced off against the Death Triangle at All In. So this is an interesting one, this. This would put Omega up to +2 and Trent down to -2, or it would put them both back to 0, depending on what happens here. So it's a big match for Trent, and it's also a big match for Omega. Of course, Omega eventually will also have a qualifier for that Elimination Chamber. Let me just double check. Yes, he has. So it should be a very interesting match here. Nice knee in the face there by Kenny Omega on Trent. Now bringing Trent back up to a standing base. Omega looking fantastic here as he takes Trent up and drops him down hard. There's the pin. It's not even a 1 count though. Omega now wrenching in the sleeper hold on the ground. Just keeping Trent grounded. Of course, we'll have AEW Dark for you in a few days' time as well. We'll have a chance to showcase some people that we've not seen so far. Plus, of course, AEW Dark is also a place where we like to build people up. So we might see a couple of squash matches here and there. Was that a V-trigger out of nowhere? It looked like a V-trigger out of nowhere. We'll also have another Tag Team Championship #1. We'll also have a Tag Team First Round Championship match. Does that make sense still? You know what I mean. Private Party versus Jurassic Express is our next match. That's what I'm trying to say. Omega now... Omega completely misses the crossbody there to the outside, but still manages to get back up on his feet and continue on. Omega now brings Trent back up to his feet. Now Trent sending Omega across the top rope. And Trent going to bring Omega back in the hard way with that vertical suplex. And now misses the dropkick to the back of the head. Everyone's as bad as each other at the moment, aren't they? Wow, big clothesline there by Kenny Omega. Now dropping a boot in the face. Omega now deadlifting Trent up into a sit-out powerbomb. Keeps it for the pin. Only a 1 count. Omega now big boot in the spine of Trent. And now Omega does back away into the corner. Lining it up. Boom. V-trigger. And Omega now looking for that deadlift German Wow, Kenny Omega is looking fantastic here tonight. He's really making a claim, the fact that he should be a AEW champion. There's the one-wing angel, and surely that's going to be enough for Kenny Omega to pick up the victory here in the main event of AEW Dynamite. And it is indeed. Wow. What a win by Kenny Omega. A quick win as well, actually. A very quick win. And that puts him up to a +2 now then, while Trent now drops to the bottom of the rankings. He's the only person currently on a -2. Not good for Trent at all, is it really? But Omega was absolutely fantastic here this evening. There's the V-trigger. Was followed up by the deadlift German, and then this, the one-wing angel. Boom. Nobody kicks out of that, do they? And there was the pin for the 1, the 2, and the free count. Wow, Kenny Omega, big victory for him. He goes to close to the top of the rankings alongside John Moxley. Oh, he will do when I press the right button. There we go. Boom, he's gone up there now. So that's pretty good for those two. Angelico still sits at the top, though. He has been insanely good, Angelico. Maybe we need to put him in a match to really test him at the top end. Anyway, that's the end of tonight's show. Hope you have enjoyed. Of course, if you have, hit the like. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. And we'll be back in a few days' time for AEW's Dark, which should be a very interesting video as well.